Lazarous.
Lazarous.
Any information on either of these guys?
Lazarus is a Marth from DePaul. I'm not sure if he's PR'd there. I'm pretty sure he is, but he's been decent. Been getting a lot better. Real decent.
All right.
Another Marth Puff matchup. Are they just getting right into it? I think so.
Wow. I guess yeah. We're just gonna.
All right. I'm cool with Marth Puff. I love this matchup.
All right. Well, getting my experience in commentating Marth Puff. Ooh, that was nice. That was nice. All right. It looks like Lazarus has his follow-ups against Puff. But now, can he hold his patience?
Yeah, let's hope so. I know Lazarus is he's a bit more of an experienced player. No offense to Goldfinger, but he's a bit more of an experienced player. But I think he'll have a bit more patience, a little bit more reserve to fight someone like Puff like that right there.
You can see once again the habit of jumping early off stage. Part of it's tournament nerves and anxiety. The other part is, just impatience trying to get back on the stage. But they've been jumping high above that ledge. All Puff has to do is hit you the back air like once, and that's it.
Right, and you're out there. You're out there swimming for your life. You're drowning out there.
You're drowning. You're absolutely drowning.
Fall right into the void.
All right, well, he's tacking on some good damage.
Lazarus doing a good job of keeping center stage, not allowing Puff, take up a lot of his space.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you can see that over on the right-hand side, they had that interaction where Puff was facing forward for a good amount of the time, and she wasn't able to put up a bear wall, obviously. And Lazarus moved in on her while he had that opportunity. He tacked on a good 40%, but you can see there, sometimes you just get carried off stage.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just die.
Something Puff's really good at.
Although Rob is kind of hanging out above Marth a whole lot.
Yeah, even with that light shield, it's big, but you put a Marth shield breaker on it, and that can die. That shield can be gone really quick.
Absolutely, and with Puff, ooh, that's a good follow-up. And with Puff, if your shield breaks, you die.
Yeah, straight up. You can't DI anything about that. Nope. You just straight up go off the top.
You literally go into like infinite stun, and you're just done.
You go back to Sakurai at that point.
To Sakurai. Ooh, okay. So we're seeing Lazarus. He's been pretty good with his follow-ups off of grabs. That's huge in this matchup. But at the same time, he has whiffed a few grabs on the crouching Puff, and that can get you into trouble real quick.
That's really scary.
Yeah, get arrested.
Yeah. Though we haven't seen RobM do a whole lot off of those opportunities, other than maybe get like a fair or bear. But Lazarus is getting really good mileage off of F throw and some kind of follow-up dash attack, F smash, those sorts of things.
Absolutely.
Right there.
His punish game's pretty solid right now, but this isn't out of reach by any means for Rob. See, especially, okay, here he caught him trying to jump around in the middle of the stage.
Right. For some reason, Lazarus kind of jumping around that left platform.
You really have to make sure you're kind of suctioning yourself to these platforms as much as possible and just like wave landing. Ooh, all right.
Hey, caught him.
See, that's what happens. That's what happens when you misspace yourself in the air relative to Marth. Like, you just walk forward, tipper, forward smash you.
Yeah.
All right, I would assume Dreamland would be banned by our Marth player.
Yeah, most likely.
Fountain again?
Yeah, probably Fountain. Or FD. Kind of an interesting pick. I mean...
Oh, we got some debate here.
Yeah, I would say Battlefield or FOD. They have the same ceiling, very similar ceiling height.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And doing a neutral start. Or no, are they? I don't know what's going on.
All right, well.
Okay, I guess we're just going ahead.
That's that sometimes. I really would like to see more crouch canceling from Rob to kind of help him get in on Marth's range more safely.
Right, yeah, low percent. Marth can't do a whole lot on a crouch Puff.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, he's been playing him pretty. Ooh, yes. Nice. See, that's what was missing for quite a while.
Ooh. Yeah, like exploiting that weakness of Marth's recovery.
It's really very mean recovery punish. I mean, it's not difficult to do, and it'll get you the kill.
Yeah. Okay, this is a wave dash there, I think. Comes into the pound, really risky, really scary.
That's kind of something we've been. All right, see it once again. It's trying to come from above Marth. Marth's relative weak points are behind him and below him. As Puff, it's kind of hard to maneuver yourself to those positions because she's not exactly Falcon on the ground,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, right.
But you have to. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You have to pick your positions very carefully in this matchup because while you can tack on a good amount of Puff, good amount of damage as Puff very easily, and you have rest setups like that on Marth, if you misspace yourself too often against him, he's just going to tack on his own damage, and you're going to die eventually.
Right. So what's Lazarous doing wrong this game? What happened?
I mean, impatience is a big thing, and it looks. All right.
I don't know what happened there.
It looks like his recovery is starting to get a little shakier. We saw that he got hit by that rest punish on his recovery.
Yeah.
And also, okay, he's jumping a whole lot. He is jumping a whole lot.
Sometimes that's something you want to do against Puff, but not when you're you're burning a double jump by the ledge.
Absolutely not. Or in the middle of the stage.
Yeah. As we saw right there, you got F smash and got killed off the side.
Yeah. He was full jumping a lot, like trying to come up on top of Puff's bear wall, you know, getting a little antsy, trying to get into that range. But if you burn your jump doing that, you know, and you don't have an escape option like a wave lane onto the platform,
right,
you're gonna die for it.
Yeah, then I think maybe a good substitute for that is that if you kind of have some stage control and Puff is putting up a bear wall, then doing a short hop double fares can kind of help. It's kind of like you're putting up your own bear wall. It's not as much of a range, but it can kind of help.
It does give you a protective hitbox out there, and you can also, because you're not fast falling, it gives you a little bit more aerial drift to drift backwards in case you need to space away from them. Like if you see they're starting to crouch cancel, because crouch cancel is an option against that, obviously.
Yeah, good point.
So you can get in out to your tipper range.
Right, and you're also not burning your double jump, so if you get hit off stage, then you're fine.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe not fine, but you have your double jump at least.
But in a better position.
Right.
In a better relative position. All right, well, so far,
Okay. Risky counter, but it pays off.
And Rob answers with a risky pound of his own. Okay, that was good. He's mixing in the waveland ins. Before he was jumping on his shield a bit too often.
Which is exactly what Puff is looking for.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you can waveland in, wave dash in between bears, it can, help you a little to get back into center stage.
Absolutely.
So, now we're just hanging out.
Yeah, you're gonna have this with. Okay.
Kind of looked like hide and seek for a second, where Puff was like just looking the other direction, and Marth is just behind a wall.
I don't know why. This is so much fun to do as Marth.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow, but Rob is not having any of it. He's trying to keep the pressure on. This is a deciding game, so the pressure's on for both players. It's who can hold their cool for longer.
Yeah, I saw Lazarous go for the side B there, try to go for the up tilt, but got hit with the bear instead. Really hard to space that side B because doesn't have great range.
Yes,
yes, just kind of throwing Eddie hitbox. Very
true. And it's also pretty risky because that's very, very readily crouch canceled. Ooh, empty short hop to mix up to get that forward smash.
Okay, yeah, really good spacing and just waited.
Very good spacing. He caught him just as he was acting out of his shield. Sometimes, when in these sorts of close, tense situations, those little stutter steps and those little timing variations are all you need to get an opening on your opponent.
Really. It's so strange that there's like a natural rhythm to Melee that like some people, you do like a down, let's say you're Falco, down air and shield to shine, something like that. But if you just mix that up just a little bit, it can really throw off your opponent. They don't know what to do.
Yes. Okay. See, he got fortunate there. He got fortunate there. But yes, absolutely. Mixing up your timing, not only the options that you choose in each situation, but the timing at which you do those options is absolutely pivotal. Particularly these days, I mean, the average experience level of the population as a whole is higher. So little tiny mix-ups like that are even more pivotal, even more important, and that's what's going to win you games, especially because the average tech ceiling has raised as well, so that's no longer a differentiator.
Right.
You really have to focus on your mental game, your mix-ups, and these increasingly tiny details within the game in order to beat your opponent.
Right, and I think that's something people forget when they practice tech skill. Oh, that was great.
Okay.
That was so clever. That was so clever.
Wow. I'm not quite sure what we were doing there, what was going on there, but that's gonna put Rob in a heap of trouble, down 2 stocks.
That was so clever. I love that.
Oh wow.
That's the kind of thing you do in friendlies. You're just like, I got you. He's doing it in tournament.
Oh,
Not expecting that.
You think Rob might be intentionally trying to like, I don't know, like swag a little bit? You know, say, hey, you can take this stock automatically all you want, but I'll still take this game from you.
I doubt it. I think that was just Lazarus being clever.
That would be that'd be pretty ballsy.
Yeah. And I think with that, Lazarus has gotten a little bit more confident, a little bit more. Look at that. You know, he just waited. He just stood there and just crouched for a second, waited for RobM to come to him and just F-smashed him.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. That's gonna do it. So we had 2 Marth Puffs in a row.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Was not expecting to start off the commentating with that, but
Marth Puff, yeah, with the Shine Grand Finals.
The Shine Grand Finals. Yep. So let's see who we have next. You know, I'm glad that they've had so many innovations in the Marth Puff matchup, because for the longest time, I mean, that matchup was stale. That matchup was stale for the longest time.
Yeah.
You know, Marth didn't have any good consistent options, good consistent grab follow-ups off Puff, and it's like,